energy. We need more energy.
What's
Welcome
good? Let's go.
Welcome back. Another episode.
You know what episode it is?
Episode 18. Y'all in here.
What are you?
Part of the Flagrancy cast. I'm L.
D.
J.
James. I was taking a drink.
Episode 18.
18.
Legal. 18. Legal.
We about to open OnlyFans.
Yeah,
We about to start OnlyFans.
No,
we could.
Legal. What are you talking about?
OnlyFans?
The age.
18.
No, we're not doing that.
No, I was going to say 21.
It sounded bad. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it sounded
Like,
bad.
y'all looking
It's
for
legal.
18.
I know you
This was weird.
21.
This is
Whoa.
18.
Yeah.
Not like on some Crystalia shit or whatever. Anybody else.
Right.
Everybody else in the world.
The white R. Kelly, I feel you.
White R. Kelly. What's his name?
As my guy Alex Media says, asshole army. You know what I'm saying? He said that.
Which one?
He called
What's his
Chris
name?
D'Elia.
D'Elia.
Oh yeah, he did call him White R. Kelly. That's
Yeah.
cool.
White R.
Right.
Kelly.
I mean, it fits.
If the shoe fits.
Minus the piston on.
Real quick, before we get to the sports, though, I said we was gonna give the intros this week. I lied. That's for 420 session. We're gonna do that to 420 session. You know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. You know, get your mind right, and
We
then
have a special ep. You know, we
Yes.
have a little something special coming to y'all.
a special
Special.
highlight.
We're gonna
Extra
record
special.
before, but drop it on 420.
Yeah.
Special and special.
We're gonna get it to you. Tune in for that for sure.
Mhm.
If you haven't already, like all of our
Subscribe.
videos, subscribe, follow
Share.
us on everything, share everything.
All the social media platforms.
Mhm.
Soon we'll be
Blow up.
on
Just-
Spotify and all that.
Yeah.
After this ep, because it's going on
Anchor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going on
We
Anchor
are
after this
Spotify,
episode.
Apple,
Apple.
wherever you
Everything.
listen to your podcast.
Yep, you can get it anywhere. Download it to your phone.
Mhm.
All that.
Get us.
Listen to it. It's just 45 minutes out of your day, you know.
45 to 50.
I don't know
We
why
try
that's
to keep
on
it light.
Sometimes we got a lot to say,
Yeah, sometimes we got shit to say, but that's alright.
and I forget about it.
Right.
And got some jokes in between. So hey.
Yeah, you know, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, alright, what you got on some sports? Look like Jokic's taking over MVP.
Yeah,
and we gonna talk
he's
about
my MVP. Again, like I
Jokic's taking
said.
over MVP for sure.
They talking
You
about
think
homeboy
so?
right there.
Yeah, I see him.
That's
Joker.
She said, I know
that's
who
the
he
big
is.
white dude, the country white dude.
The country white
Joker.
dude from a different
Yeah.
country.
The different country.
Different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
he's MVP. Ain't missed a game yet. Only one that hasn't missed a
And that's
game.
the only
an
reason. You think that he was in the
conversation.
lead, not in the lead, but he was in the running before. He was
Yeah,
top.
he was top 3,
But he's the only one that stayed healthy.
but their team was losing.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. They went on
Right.
that slow
And
run.
he's
Now they're
almost
fourth.
averaging a triple double, right? Almost.
That's crazy for a big man.
And they're
That's what's
moving
up.
up. You said in the West.
They're fourth.
They're fourth.
Yep.
They have the
Does that
same amount of losses as the Clippers. Yeah. So the Clippers are 36 and 18 in the 3 seed, and
Mhm.
Denver's 34 and 18 in the 4 seed.
You see, the Clippers look like they're trying to make a little
Yeah.
run.
Yeah,
Like they're
probably
trying to
run.
have life.
Yeah, they trying to catch up
Russell's
to
gonna
the
be nice
Suns.
for him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good floor general, somebody to
Yeah.
actually get him into their sets.
They're
and not
trying to
just,
get that 2 seed,
Am I gonna go 1-on-1?
so they don't
Yeah, of
possibly
course.
play the Lakers in the first round because
Oh,
the
you know
Lakers
they
are
don't.
falling.
Where are the
You know,
Lakers
yeah.
at right now? Do you know?
Lakers are 5th
Fifth?
seed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
32 and 20.
Lakers
What's
are
the
five.
difference between them going
It's-
up and down?
It's
Like
only a few
game
games,
or-
right?
Denver,
I think it's
they're 2 games ahead. Denver's 2
Yeah.
games ahead.
Okay, look at you doing your homework.
Oh yeah, I've been watching a little bit. I'm ready for football, but we can still hear. We still here.
Yeah.
We can talk
And
about
Got a little bit in there.
football later.
They're
we got
about
some.
a game and a half ahead of Portland.
Mhm.
So Portland's six.
Six.
Okay, there you go.
And
So-
is everybody under them like a game or two still too?
The West is real tight.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah,
As
this is so
usual.
yeah.
As usual.
We're gonna play. We're gonna predict. I'm gonna let y'all pick. I'm gonna pick the teams. You're gonna predict if they're gonna rise or fall, if they're gonna make the play-in, or not. If they're gonna
Yeah,
make
yeah.
playoffs, play-in.
And
or
since
not
you
make
did your
playoffs
little
at all.
homework,
Since
you could
did
pick
your homework,
too.
You could do this too. Since you
Okay.
did your
We're
homework.
gonna
Alright,
give you
go
a little
ahead.
props.
Start
So
off
we
with
go, since
that.
we're in the West, we'll keep it West. So
Okay.
Jimmy first. We'll
so
go
first,
left to right.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna go with them because I think you think Utah's gonna keep the first seed. I'll say it. You think Utah gonna keep the first seed, or are they gonna drop? Right now they're 2 games
Ahead
ahead.
of everybody.
Who's behind
Well,
him?
2.5.
Ahead
Suns.
of the
The
Suns.
Suns.
And then
Their
who's that?
record is 39 and 13. The Suns are 36 and 15.
And who's third?
Clippers.
Clippers.
They're 4 games ahead of the Clippers.
That's easy answer. I'll let you answer first though.
I think
And
so.
there's about 21 games
Oh,
I
you
think
have
so.
to think.
I think they'll stay in number 1 seed. I think they'll stay. Yeah, I think, it's going to be close either way, but with the amount of games that's left, there's only 10, 11, 12, 15 games. I'll find
20.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, there's only 20 games left.
No.
So, it's not a lot of games. It's close. I got to look at their schedule, see who they play, but I think they'll stay. They're playing good basketball. It's,
I disagree.
Utah plays good in the regular season,
You
but,
disagree?
postseason,
I disagree.
Okay.
you think they're going to drop?
Why?
Yeah.
Just for the fact I know it's only 20 games, but only 20 games is enough
Yeah, that's a lot.
for them to lose it to the Suns or the Clippers, or if fucking the Lakers end up coming back with LeBron and them
Oh,
like
what's wrong?
sooner. Oh, what happened? Wait, might change my answer. What's up?
Counting how many games are left. Go ahead, keep talking.
How much? Oh,
Keep
okay.
talking, keep talking.
Well, if it's still in the 20 game era, and if there's more than that, my shit stands even stronger. And if it's less, then we'll see. But if it's at the 20 and up, I'm saying they're going to lose that first spot. But how do I not say it without backtrack? I see why you're saying they could hold it, but I don't think they're going to hold it. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I see why you're saying they're going to. It makes sense. Like, they got a good enough team to do it. I just don't think it's going to happen. Just because of the drive of the other teams in the West that want to fucking take that spot, so they don't have to face some team in the 8, 7, 6, 5 spot that they don't want to fucking see.
So they have 11 games left.
11?
So I was right.
Fuck, I'm going with Jimmy then.
That's crazy.
I told you. I
Yes,
said wait to see what he said.
Look at that
That's
shit.
what
You know what I'm saying? Before it came.
11?
Still do.
Yeah.
About 10 games left. I think they keep it.
11 games?
They have 11 games.
And who's the AC?
It's
You don't even have to answer because now we already know.
Nah,
I
mean, Grizzlies.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies and AC. That'd be a good matchup for you.
2 games left. Okay,
I don't know.
can you find this out for me real quick? What's the fucking 11 games they're playing? What
What's the
teams?
schedule?
Right,
What's
right.
their
I can
schedule?
tell you that for
That's what I need to know.
Utah.
For Utah.
For Utah.
While he's finding
Okay,
that,
yeah.
let's keep going.
I got you.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, depending on who they play, if they don't,
I got you.
if they don't play any
Oh, it's already, you already got
Yeah.
it? All right.
Damn, I'm never
For sure.
recording. I was like, damn, say something. All right.
So, April 10th, tomorrow, they play Sacramento, W.
Kings, that's a dub. Yep.
Then they play the Wizards, W.
Dub.
Then OKC, W.
These are supposed to be
Supposed,
dubs.
right.
Guys. These are
Yeah,
supposed to be
what you're saying,
dubs.
right.
OKC, Indiana,
Hypothetical dubs.
Yeah.
Lakers, April 17th. Anthony Davis
Depending
might
if
be
Brown
back.
and AD are back.
Maybe not Braun, but maybe
AD.
AD. Maybe.
But still, they got
Lakers
Drummond
back
too.
to back.
And they got Drummond
that's
too.
gonna
You
be
see
good.
his last his game
Lakers
last
back
night?
to
Lakers
back.
back to back.
If no AD,
Lakers back to
No,
back.
I think
Hypothetical
they
dubs.
split. I think they split
Okay.
even on that.
With
I think
no
they
AD?
at least get one.
with no AD.
Nah, I think
Because
that
I
might
mean,
be
he's
Lakers.
projected to come back
If he's
then. I
coming
think he
back.
might.
With no AD or
And who's the
AD?
last one?
One
Oh,
game.
with AD,
Who
I think
Clippers
they
got?
lose both.
With
Hold
AD.
on, I'm
With?
still good through them.
No, I think they split it with AD. If
With-
they have AD, if the Lakers have AD,
They're still
Uh,
they're gonna
Split
split
it.
it.
Split it.
And they're
Without
gonna lose one.
AD,
Without
pop-
AD, they're probably gonna lose both.
Without AD, I say they're gonna take both of those.
So that
I mean,
was
with AD, they'll
six-
take both of
What's that?
those.
6 games right there?
Without, you're right.
How many
6
Probably
and 1,
one.
so they're technically that would be hypothetical 6 and 1.
Hype.
So they have a lot of easy games, I guess. They have a few easy games. Plus they got after the Lakers back to back.
So after the back-to-back with the Lakers, they have where was it at? Lakers. They have Houston,
That's
That's what we-
probably it.
Minnesota.
It should be 2 hypothetical
Minnesota's
W's.
Houston, Minnesota should be 2 dubs.
Minnesota might.
Minnesota's the worst team in the West. They're tanking.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
So is that 9 games out of the 11 right there?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the last 2?
Who do the Suns play? Because they're the closest.
That's
right?
next
So-
out.
They are fifth. Nuggets are 4th seed.
Yeah.
Also.
While he's looking, pull up the Sun schedule. right
Yeah.
now.
Pull
Yeah.
the Sun schedule. Oh, so it's
Suns and
Minnesota
Clippers.
back-to-back, and then
Clippers.
Sacramento, and then they end with the Suns.
Okay, if they end with the Suns gonna take that.
What if that shit comes to be
I
a
think the Suns will
tiebreaker?
take
Like, you're second and
So,
you're first.
okay, so then predictions is different for me. I'm saying that if AD come back, the Lakers is going to take those 2, and the Suns is going to take the last one, which is going to put the Suns up, and then I think it's going to be between the Suns and the Clippers.
Go ahead, Renee. What you got?
Utah going to go to 3.
Suns
So
record.
tomorrow is Wizards versus Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rockets versus
Speak up.
Rockets.
Speak up a little bit.
The Rockets, and
Yeah.
then
2 dubs, I think.
Heat,
Okay,
Mm,
Miami.
Okay, they
the
might.
Kings,
That's
Okay.
another win, so 3-1.
Spurs.
Okay.
That's shit.
Bucks.
4.
Ooh.
4-2 maybe. That's a
That's
ooh.
a tough
See, that's
one.
tough. Okay.
76ers.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Suns got a tough one. Huh?
They
Okay.
got a tough lineup.
Celtics.
Yeah, the Suns got it tough, huh?
Nets.
Damn!
Knicks.
They fighting.
Sorry,
They
Pedro.
scrapping.
But
though.
they
Oh.
losing that.
Clippers.
Yeah.
We're taking
And
that.
then
Utah.
Utah.
Oh my
So that's gonna be
god.
between Clippers and
Thunder.
Utah.
So look.
Cavs, Hawks.
And then the Knicks again.
Cavs.
Damn.
They'll get their last 4 wins, I think.
So
but
they're like
they got a tough
this,
They gonna go to 3.
and then they drop.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They gonna
buddy.
go to
Yeah.
3. Utah might stay in 1. Clippers might take. Clippers is gonna go up for it. Who Clippers got? That's gonna be good. Cause they gonna be either 1 or 2. Depending on who
Clippers
they
are 3.
play. Clippers are 3 right now.
I got you.
So we can go
Clippers.
for 1 or 2.
If the Suns take the number 1,
They
They
Chris,
not with
Chris
those-
Paul gotta be the
they
best
not with those
point guard.
teams.
Chris Paul gotta be the
They gonna end up
point
at
guard.
3 with those teams.
With that
That's
schedule?
crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna end up
Yeah.
at 3.
Yeah. The
The
Suns.
That's
Suns,
what I
they're gonna end up
said.
at 3. We're gonna
If
be at
they
2 and
take
1.
the number 1 with that schedule,
What'll
Chris
judge
Paul
this
gotta be
is the
looked at
Clippers
different.
schedule too, because
Yeah.
the Clippers are 3 right
What's
now.
my
Mhm.
what's our
So-
schedule? What's my schedule?
They
What's
play
my schedule?
their
Like, you
next
about to go
game
to a
is
game.
Detroit,
Okay.
Indiana,
Dub.
Uh-huh.
Detroit again,
Dub.
Yeah.
Philly,
Okay.
Okay, that's a nice one.
Minnesota,
Should be a
we
dub.
got
Should be.
4-1.
Portland,
Tight.
Okay.
That's tight.
Memphis,
Shit, dingo.
Portland always has good
Yeah.
battles with them.
Houston,
Memphis fights.
Memphis.
Houston should be a win.
Houston.
Okay.
That's one.
the Pelicans.
Pelicans are nice.
that's gonna be
Pelicans been doing
They
it.
fight.
So aside
But
from
they
that, we
gave up a lot
winning.
of threes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still ball.
Yeah.
Aside from that,
Zion.
And that was
we.
2-3 games. They're
That
not
was
let
only
that
2
happen all
games out
day.
of-
Yeah.
And then they end with the Suns.
Oh yeah, we taking that. So
I think
She
the
said,
Suns
oh, yeah,
have a
we
worse.
taking
Suns
that.
have a worse
They
schedule.
do. They
Yeah,
have
we
the
gonna
hard.
take Suns.
So,
They gonna have
like
the
you
hard.
said, if they come out on top from that,
No, they
that's
looked
good.
it up. I forgot who has the hardest schedule.
Well, from the
maybe.
3 teams we
Yeah,
just mentioned.
yeah.
based on who, which we probably gotta play. Utah, I think.
Utah
Utah
should
got-
hold. Utah
They
should
should hold it.
They should hold a spot. They got
Based off of
easy.
who they gotta play, they should hold it. If they
Okay.
don't, we going number 1. So I'm
Okay.
telling you now, Clippers is number 1 or 2.
Ooh.
If
But
Utah
they still
don't
gotta
hold it,
take
we
it.
taking
You
it.
calling
I'm
it?
calling it. If Utah don't take it, Clippers is going number 1.
And
Suns
you,
is
and
gonna
you
be
think
number
the
3.
Suns are going to
Suns
3?
gonna go to 3.
And you think
They got a hard run.
You
They're
think
not about
they-
to win all
You
those
think they
games.
lose to Memphis in 5 or
Who? The
Who?
Clippers?
the Clippers?
The Clippers?
Because that's who they'll face if they go first.
Mm-hmm.
That's depending on if they even make the play-in. Because that's what I was going to
No.
So you always
No.
say you say if
shit.
they
You
take
Take
think
it.
if they take it?
first,
I'm joking.
the first
That's a
round of the
joke.
playoffs, the Clippers are going to
Clippers.
face Memphis Grizzlies.
You know.
It's gonna be a nice
Chuck said
game.
it. Chuck said it. Clippers
But I think
are,
we're gonna be able to
don't
take
have a good
that.
track record.
We don't,
So,
but
They got
with
Rondo.
the hype, I think coming
Yeah.
off, I'm hoping that.
They got Rondo.
They got Rondo. I mean, he's not going to hit
That's
the game
another
winner,
Rondo.
but he helps the
No, he
squad.
really does help.
He does.
really does help their
I'm
offense.
gonna put I'm putting my faith on Clippers. I'm putting my faith on my team.
All right.
If we don't come out, if Utah does right, they gonna be number 1. So Clippers is gonna come out 1 or 2.
So speaking of them, I'm going to jump to the play-in. Do you think the Pelicans are going to make the play-in? They're right now the 11th seed at 23 and 29.
Who they
Golden
have to
State.
play?
Golden State is the 10th seed. They're the last team to be in the
Oh,
play-in
so they have to play
spot.
Golden State.
And Golden State is
If
24
it was right
and
now.
28.
If it was today.
No, if it was today, New Orleans would not be in that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was today,
So
the
they're
main teams that would be in the
It's up
playoffs
to
is
10.
it's up to 6 for the main teams that are in the playoffs. So
And then the
Utah,
play-in is 7.
the Suns, the Clippers, Denver, Lakers, Portland, and then right now in the play-in it'd be Mavericks, Memphis, Spurs, Warriors.
Mm.
No Pelicans, so they got to beat out somebody.
Yeah.
And
The
how many
Spurs
games
are-
are behind? Are they behind the 10th spot? Who 10th is Warriors?
One game.
Damn.
Okay.
If the Warriors don't make the play-in, but I mean, that sucks. It sucks for Steph Curry, but at the same time, you got to do more, man.
He does a lot.
I know he does
Right,
a lot.
He does a lot.
I know,
It's
but
everybody
that's-
else.
I know,
He
but-
can't
Like
defend
James
like
Wiseman is not that
he
good.
can't defend
He's
like
not doing that good.
the other guys
I
because he's
know.
too small.
I
Like
know, but that's just
LeBron
goes to
LeBron
show
and
that.
who can Kawhi and
Paul George.
some people that can like carry the team a little better on the defensive side.
That's kinda my
He can do
point,
the
too.
offensive shit,
Yeah.
but he needs them other niggas
He
to do
needs,
like
he needs more.
I need
role
help
players.
on
Like
That's
even
what I mean.
Dame's supporting cast
needs
is
more
playing
help.
better.
his defense.
That's what I mean.
Dame has better defensive help
Mhm.
than
And
So, yeah,
offensive
so-
help.
CJ was
He
hurt,
has
right?
CJ.
Now,
CJ was hurt.
now. But I'm
CJ
just
was
saying
hurt.
But he had Gary Trent.
And, but
Hey, he was hooping.
now. But
He
did
got
you
Kelly
Trent
Oubre.
get?
I know, it's a joke. He's the best defender to ever play the game of basketball.
Ooh, oh, shut the fuck up. That
I'm
nigga's
just
cool
playing.
and all, but like,
No, he's not.
like he ain't
No,
that tight. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
not that.
Yeah,
Your
real
steak
one,
sandwich
but-
at Subway don't look good, nigga. I ain't buying it.
Oh,
It's on the
Your
menu.
defense ain't that good.
It's on the
nigga,
menu.
you know
That
what
don't mean
I'm
I'm ordering that
I ain't
shit.
eating Subway.
That's
How
fine.
about
Steak
that?
sandwich from Subway.
saying? I used to get gift cards to that shit. Give it away.
Oh my god.
Homeless dudes when they take this.
Alright. So,
Subway, dude.
Not
I'm good.
Subway. Because you ain't eating fresh
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
so what about the East? We did a little bit of the West. I don't know how far the lower seeds are gonna jump. I feel like that top 3 or 4, because who's fourth? You said
For
the
East?
Nuggets,
Nuggets.
West.
the Nuggets, and then Lakers, and
Yeah.
then everybody
I
else.
think the
'cause I
Nuggets
don't
are going
remember
to
shit.
climb.
Because everybody else.
Yeah, I feel
you know,
like that too.
But yeah, see,
They haven't lost
They're
that's
not
tough.
gonna
'cause
win,
The
but
Suns got a
the
tough
Nuggets
schedule.
Haven't lost since they made that
You feel
trade.
like
Since
they
they got Aaron
gonna
Gordon.
So
Is it 7
potentially-
in a row?
I don't know.
Potentially, the
It's
Suns
something
could drop like 3 or 4 seeds.
They could.
Right.
If they lose
Depending
all
on
those
their
tough
record,
games,
yeah.
if they lose a bunch of those tough games and other teams win,
I
at
don't
least
I
a few
feel
of
they're
them,
going to keep it, but they are going to lose some of
just
them.
'cause
It's
it's
gonna
so
push them to
close.
3 or 4.
just because it's so close in the West.
Yeah.
It's because their schedule. I
Their
know.
schedule
so, I
is
mean, if their
dangerous.
schedule wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So I think the East is pretty locked up, except for the 1 and 2, because Brooklyn and Philly are fighting for 1 and 2.
Right.
They're literally 1 game apart.
All right.
Right now, Brooklyn's the 1 seed.
And as soon as Durant, did he come back
Yeah,
tonight?
he came back last
Oh
night.
yeah, I saw. Yeah, man. He
Or the night
hit
before.
perfect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
100%.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Didn't miss.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Has some turnovers, but
How many
just
shots?
came
But
back.
he only played like
He had
It's
like
like
20
3
points.
short. If it's like 3
a little less, 17, 18, right?
But it was still like 8 shots.
But it was
Shot
like
attempts,
8
It's like
for 8,
9 for
7.
9 or
it was
7 for
some-
7, 7 for 7, 7% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Efficient.
He came in
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
KD.
And then he
It's
say
KD.
like I
It's
knew what I could. That's why I
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah,
and
like,
he
yeah.
came off the bench chilling.
Yeah.
Do you think the injury is worse than he said?
No.
He was out. Look how long he was out the whole
On
damn near the
purpose.
whole
Well,
season.
he
I know on
needed
purpose,
that.
but
Because they probably
That's what I
didn't
mean.
need him, so he was
I know you don't want
making
to
sure
rush
he's
back.
completely
Well, he needed
100%.
It's
it
an
for
Achilles.
himself.
I know that you don't want to
It was
rush back to that.
hamstring.
Yeah.
And he knew the
It was
team he
hamstring,
had,
so-
so he knew he could
He
take
could take
more
it,
time
right.
to
It
make.
was his hamstring. It's not
I know, but
Achilles.
still,
And that's a hard one to heal. That shit comes back sometimes.
I know, but
So that's why you. That's why you
The
should
hand
probably
bone's
just challenge just to
connected
make
to the
sure
Achilles
he's
bone.
complete.
Knee bone.
or whatever the fuck.
Knee bone
You know what I mean?
connected to
So,
the
because you know when you get hurt or whatever, you
Yeah.
overcompensate the other side, or I don't know which side it was on, but even if it was on the same side, that would make me like a little more suspect to the injury. I know you had to sit that out long, but they were just saying, oh, he just
He
pulled
needs
the
some
muscle,
time.
he pulled his
That's just the
hamstring,
media shit.
and I'm like,
This is the media shit. They're
But
probably
that's why he took so long to make sure he was 100.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
make
saying?
sure he's
'Cause so when I
completely
come back, because look what happened. He talked a lot of
Yeah.
shit, all that shit he was
So-
talking, and he knows it. I'm KD. Y'all know who
Yeah.
I am. So when he comes back, his game's got to be on point. Therefore, they'll forget about like all this
that's
bullshit.
my
that was
other
going on.
question. Do you think that when he does come back, that
Yeah.
I know he's efficient in the shit that he's doing now. He's got it easy with James Harden and Kyrie to operate wherever the fuck he wants. He got so much space.
James wasn't playing.
I know, but when they're all together, they haven't played together. But when they're all
Seven
together,
games.
he's got so much room to operate because you can't
Yeah.
double KD, leave
Can't
Kyrie
double
or
anybody.
Harden or anybody open. So, do you think that once the playoffs come around, they start locking down harder and he starts playing a little harder, get more physical? If he gets hurt, do
You
you
don't hurt them.
do you think that it'll ruin their chances? Do you
Yes.
think Harden and
Without
Kyrie
KD,
can
they're
get
not
there?
winning.
Okay.
Depending on who their matchup is.
Right.
Depending on who their if let's say they get to the finals,
That's
depending
what I
on
was
who their
thinking,
matchup
That's
in the
what I was
finals, if KD goes down, depending on who their matchup is, it's gonna be like when the Warriors lost him and they lost.
Yeah.
If it, let me see, how can I? Who? If
They
it's the
might get there,
if
they
it's
might
the
get
Lakers and they don't have KD, you're fucked.
Yes.
They got
Clippers.
nobody to check.
Clippers,
You might have a chance.
you might have a chance, but it's still gonna be fucking crazy. It's still gonna be hard as fuck because Kawhi is the beast.
And that's
Paul
the first
George
time-
and
that'll
Paul
be the
George
first time he's
has
there.
a fucking chip on his
chip.
shoulder
Big ass
to like
chip.
show who the fuck he is.
Mm-hmm.
Denver's will be the next best. one.
Denver,
Or Utah.
That's a tough matchup for them too.
Because Jokic, nobody can guard Jokic.
That's a
They
good
already
team.
know.
They just have good team basketball. They move the ball.
I would honestly say even though Denver's not at top, they're potential is the top.
They do
They
have
could
good
be just as deadly as the Lakers
Yeah.
when everything's on point. You would need Durant
If
for
everything
that.
goes right.
You would
Yes.
need Durant for that. If everybody's healthy on Denver and they're balling, if Jamal Murray wakes up during the
Yeah.
playoffs because he hasn't been shit all season,
50,
Yeah.
50, 50
Yeah.
again. He's trying to pull that shit out.
you guys need fucking Durant.
Yeah.
Kyrie's
Yeah.
amazing. That's tight. Cool.
Right.
You're awesome, but you can't shut down Jamal Murray.
Mhm.
And fucking Blake Griffin and them can't shut down Jokic.
Right. Hell no. DeAndre Jordan.
Aaron Gordon, fucking Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. They're big. They got JaVale
They have so
McGee.
many different weapons that
Yeah.
like
Bobo.
you might fucking like lock a nigga up on this play, but not every play.
Not every play, man.
Is-
And the
you
way the
feel me?
Nuggets
Like,
play,
they got a
so
lot of
they got
weapons.
efficient basketball. They move the ball so much anybody can score. Doesn't matter who touches the ball, anybody can get you a bucket. That's the NBA, but
They got a team of
they have a
lethal
nice
weapons,
ass team if everything
Right.
goes right.
offensive, and they play team defense.
So
They just got a
Charlotte,
lot of size though.
Charlotte's the 4 seed, rise
That's
or
my only
fall.
concern.
They don't got LaMelo.
Yeah.
The Hornets.
That's crazy that they're in the
They're
4th
still
seed,
the
but it's
fourth
Right.
They've been
it's the
there
East,
since
it's
LaMelo
the
went
East,
out.
but
I know they're
Right.
staying, but I'm just saying as far
They
as
So you think rise or fall?
They're
what's
who
their
else they got?
schedule.
Yeah.
They got Terry
I need
Rozier, right?
I need some fucking facts and shit. You can't just say
I think
if they shit weak, they
Next,
gon'
They make this whole
they
thing.
might
Next
just
game,
hold
I think
spot.
they drop.
next game, Atlanta, then the Lakers,
They're dropping.
then Cleveland. Lakers, everybody hurt.
Yeah.
Still.
But they ball
Yeah,
so
Then
they try
Cleveland,
They're
then
playing close games now.
Mm-hmm.
then Brooklyn,
because they
then
don't want to drop.
Portland,
Portland,
then the Knicks,
Portland,
then
yes.
Chicago,
Atlanta,
then
That's close
Cleveland,
as well.
then Boston.
Cleveland. Okay, before I answer that, because that's like 50-50 for that
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah.
What's Chicago's percentage? Are they in the plane
Then
or?
Milwaukee, then Charlotte, or then Boston again.
Oh, they
What's
play
the-
Milwaukee too.
Again, yeah.
Okay, what's Chicago's chance of making the playoffs? That tells me
We're
if
the
they're
10
gonna.
seed right now in the
So
front.
you're
So they're in
play.
playing. So that so they're
We
gonna
have
play
to
them.
win, yeah.
Okay, so they gonna go hard.
Yeah,
And Levine. Okay, so
and we
Zach
just lost
Levine,
tonight.
Zach Levine.
and wait, I just because I'm everywhere. What team are we talking about again?
Charlotte.
Hornets. No Melo.
They're the 4 seed.
Fall,
No LaMelo.
Fall.
I think they fall. I think they
Fall.
drop.
fall,
And
At
Atlanta's
least
the
a
5th
couple seeds.
and Atlanta's balling too. Fall
If they not home,
because they don't
they
have
gonna fall.
everybody. I know they're balling
seed.
still
And
without
Miami
him,
6.
but
Boston 7.
I don't think
Okay.
Scary Terry's scary
Nah, he ain't
enough.
holding it down like that.
I don't think he's scary enough.
Nah.
It ain't October. Halloween ain't here yet.
That was a body. That shit was crazy. You
Yeah.
see that body?
Yeah, who was
He's-
that again? Harkless?
Yeah, Mo Harkless.
Fuck out of here.
He came out of this.
Yeah, bro. They definitely drop. I think they
Knicks are
definitely
I
got
was
eight
seeds.
watching the highlights. Mo Harkless dunk. Y'all
Mhm.
seen it? It's probably like a day or two.
Knicks
Knicks are the 8th seed, so they got a chance.
They're in the
Knicks are,
play.
Knicks are fighting.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
I hate
Pop.
to say it, but they're
You
better
Knicks-
than my Bulls right now. You're lucky, Pedro and Pop.
It's all good. Y'all ain't been good since fucking
Ever.
Iceman or whatever. Since that nigga from Crooklyn. I should watch the games. Pop, I gotta watch the
George
Knicks
Gervin.
play. They only played at
Iceman.
midnight because nobody cared and shit.
At midnight.
Nobody.
Yeah, I stay up all night just to watch the
That
game.
shit was black and
Pre-recorded.
white.
you
Didn't even
did.
know y'all blue jerseys were blue till '84 and shit.
I can't.
Black and white.
Who was in black and
It was
white?
funny as fuck. Like, I got blue? Damn.
You
I thought it was just black.
know what I'm saying?
Anything else
Shit,
basketball?
I'm a blood.
Basketball wise, what else you got?
Uh,
Sports wise, got anything sports
Other
wise?
sports.
Phillip Adams.
What's his name?
Phillip Adams.
That's his name. Cause
So the NFL dude.
That former NFL
Go ahead,
player.
Jay, tell us about that. Or somebody tell us about
Hey,
that.
Yeah, my
I
phone
have
deleted
no
it.
idea what y'all
Killed
talking about.
5 people in South Carolina.
One was his.
Yeah,
It
he
was
killed
his
himself.
doctor.
It was
Hold
the
up.
doctor,
Go
his
ahead.
wife, and their 2 grandchildren, and then he later killed
Killed
himself.
And
So he-
somebody working on site at the house.
He
Right.
killed all of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
He killed
So it
himself.
was Dr.
And did
Leslie,
himself?
or Dr.
And did
Robert
himself?
Leslie, 70, and his wife Barbara, 69, were pronounced dead at the scene Wednesday,
Yeah.
along with their grandchildren,
That's
Um,
crazy.
Young as fuck.
9 and 5.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then he killed
Papa?
And
So,
then
himself.
the man
duty?
who had been working at home, James Lewis, 38,
Killed
was
him
found
too.
shot to death outside. A 6th victim, Robert Shook, 38, from North Carolina, was flown to Charlotte Hospital in critical condition and is fighting hard for his life.
Mhm.
And then
Damn.
dude off this.
And then he killed himself. So they're trying to
So
say
like-
that he
like
had some type
71?
of mental.
The doctor was
CTE, you
71.
got,
issues.
it's NFL, of course you got some brain
Yeah, they
damage.
were saying it was brain
911
damage.
calls related to the first shooting, but there's it was just a bunch of screaming and then like people being unresponsive.
Oh yeah, that's a murder scene.
Yeah.
Hey, what a
A bunch of
transition!
screaming.
Y'all got me fucked
Yeah.
up. We went from
That's
like
crazy.
sports and
Because
shit to like
yeah,
just dropping.
it's in the
Yeah,
sports.
it's
It's in the sports
Yeah.
world.
Oh, but he was a former
He's a former
athlete.
NFL.
He's an
player.
NFL
So it
player.
said they had evidence that he left the scene of the shooting and led to Adam. He went to Adam's parents' home. They evacuated him and tried to talk Adams out of the house. They eventually found him dead with a single gunshot wound to the head in a bedroom.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was 32 years old.
Even the way you
Wow.
read that
32.
made me
Yeah,
sad.
so they're
That's
saying that from
crazy.
Even
him
the way
when he was
he
playing in
read
the
that,
NFL that he ended up
Your
with.
tone like went
He
with
may
it.
have had
Like,
some type
that's
of brain
crazy.
damage from that.
So does brain damage make you
And-
shoot people?
You just
Yes.
never know. You got if your
Like
your
that,
brain is
The
damaged.
70-year-old
You don't
doctor
know
and his
you-
wife and his kids 9 and 5, grandkids 9 and 5. What the fuck?
They didn't even confirm that Adam was even a patient of the doctor he killed.
So was it? I
I'm
don't even
just
know. If,
right.
assuming he was.
was he there for
He was.
some type of treatment or
I'm
some
assuming
shit, or did he
probably-
just show up
it
and was
probably
like,
doesn't-
"Hey,
It could have been an
luck of
intervention.
the
Who
draw.
knows?
Like,
Probably
luck of
just
the
didn't
draw,
say
you
all
fucked
that
up."
shit.
I feel like he was probably his therapist or something.
That's crazy.
That's where I was confused. Wait, who is
That's
70 when he
crazy.
said
The
never? He said he's
grandkids,
32.
That's
Yeah.
messed up.
32.
He's 32.
Former
That's more than
in the
CTE.
NFL.
Former
Hey,
NFL
What was
player.
his
Nope,
position?
it's not even determined yet the motivation.
Yeah,
That's
nobody
gotta be
knows.
more
But
than
people are saying that
that's
it's
gotta
because
be more.
his brain.
That,
Yeah,
that might
no.
be from the brain damage, but that's gotta be
Yeah.
more than that. There must be some underlying
knows?
shit.
Yeah.
Because
Shit
you
behind
don't
that.
kill
Right.
2 people and then go kill some kids and be like, oh, it's just because I got hit in the
At
head.
the
His
ground.
occupation. So Leslie had worked for decades as a emergency room doctor, board certified in both
That's
emergency
fucking
medicine and occupational medicine, and serving as an emergency department medical director for nearly 15 years at Rock Hill General Hospital.
Right, and
She's
wasn't
like
he
a
in the
therapist.
house?
So he
Yeah, it's probably
was
they
it
probably
like
tried to do an intervention
That's what I
in
mean,
the
like
house,
a-
He
right?
killed him in the house.
Yeah, they probably tried to do some type of intervention. He probably
And
already
it's
had some brain shit or something going
Really sad,
on.
too, is that,
Yeah, they
his
do.
wife were
not for
actually
like that. They do
raising-
intervention for
or
drugs.
had raised 4 children,
Wait.
and they were like active in the church and stuff.
Wait, what'd you say? Say that
He
again.
had 4 children.
He had 4
Did they die?
And he works with
No. Yeah.
the doctor, and he worked with children with disabilities.
Okay, so maybe he had. Damn, bro, that's
32
fucking
years old.
crazy.
Just went on a little
He was a
quick
camp
vacation.
physician.
Played 78 NFL games
Each
over 6
summer.
seasons for 6 teams.
He had no type of affiliation with them whatsoever. There was
They're
no
not
like.
releasing that.
They
No.
haven't. It says.
Yeah.
Patient shit confidential. Doctor patient.
No,
Yeah,
but
it just
it-
starts to give you Adams like.
If they- if
I'm
even if he
familiar
was-
with the Falcons.
Even if he was doing some shit, they won't release like what he was doing there. Like, oh, he was there because this, and this is like, oh, he's an actual patient of the doctor, so that might be part of
Right.
So
the
they're
reason.
saying, right, but they're saying whether he suffered long-lasting concussion-related injuries wasn't immediately clear. So it is something that he's had before. He has had
Yeah.
concussions. The doctor that's there
That's
is probably the
football.
same doctor that was treating him before,
Probably brain
Right.
doctor.
You don't
and
just go shoot a
he
random doctor with his
snapped.
whole
Yeah.
family.
Right.
What if it was like some get back shit where he was in the NFL, he was like, yo, I can't go, and Doc was like, hey man, I think you're alright, you could push through it. He went out there, got fucked up again, had to retire, and he's like, I'm gonna get you back, bro. You did me dirty, you killed my career, so now I'm gonna kill your career.
And the father is
Dude.
saying that he's blaming the NFL and football for his son and the issues
See
that
what I
he's been
mean? He
having.
tried to,
So,
because you know how
Think
football
about
is.
it. This
You know
man
how they are.
had played, what they say,
You should-
78 games,
How many seasons?
6 seasons,
6
6 different teams.
You were on
Maybe
He
there was
probably-
a problem.
You were on a team a season.
Right. He could have been getting fucked up the whole time too.
So look, we're gonna have to follow up
So,
on this.
yeah,
We're
this-
gonna have to come
yeah.
back up on
Yeah,
this.
we
We're
gotta
gonna have
have
to
to
follow
follow
up
up.
on
Yeah,
it.
they
Released
haven't said
everything.
Another-
everything.
yeah, we're
Because
gonna
it's
have
so
to-
fresh.
I got some
Yeah.
conspiracy theories.
We're gonna have to follow up
There's a
on
lot
that
on
shit.
that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy,
The
man.
grandkids though, that's fucking nuts,
Man.
dude. Oh my gosh.
Well, you killing kids.
Shout out to their
Yeah.
family, like, damn.
It's gonna
That's
be
hard.
it's gonna be weird real quick. I'm gonna touch this for 5 seconds and then we're gonna hit the Derek Chauvin, however we say
Yeah,
that fucker's name. I don't even want to say his name. The
Yeah.
trial.
George.
George Floyd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trial, nigga.
Okay.
But real quick, y'all see the highlights of Gary Payton II on fucking in the G League?
Yes.
Just
What?
dunking on motherfuckers and getting steals,
They say he was
Yeah.
defensive player of the
bro,
year. In the
Yeah.
season.
steals, and then just rising on motherfuckers, two-handed, one-handed,
Killing
left-handed,
it.
killing it. Like
Yeah,
he should be.
okay.
I think he got signed
Okay.
to the Warriors. We'll have to,
Yeah,
we'll have to follow
they
up.
picked him up on a 10-day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yo,
He's nice.
If he does what I just seen him do in the fucking G League shit,
He's nice.
He'll be alright.
I remember
he has
watching
his
him at
dad
Oregon State.
instincts with defense,
Mhm.
getting blocks, killing nigga shit at the rim, and he's like 6'3".
Two.
There you go. You know that guy knows. He probably seen him since junior high.
High school.
Shit.
Fact check.
He went to
Oregon
DeVargas
State
Junior High.
University.
You know what I'm saying?
He's at Oregon State University. He lived in Beaverton.
Yep.
He had a 2-bedroom
Yeah.
house.
He was born in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
He's saying Arkansas.
Hey,
Arkansas is like
Arkansas.
Oregon.
He was
Shout out to
dumping
him.
on people like
It's just
D Rose at Oregon State.
But yeah,
he's trying to his
motherfucker.
daddy, you know, he's got that defensive shit on lock. His dad done given a blueprint. This is how you steal. You see this right here? Boom,
Anticipation.
cut here. You anticipate
If you
that. You
ain't
see
seen,
this
you
lean like
better
this.
see it, cause you gonna see him.
Alright. We have to keep an eye on him.
Now back to
George
the other shit.
Floyd, the medical
George
examiners.
Floyd shit. I know most people have been watching the trial. I've been watching some of it. Some of it pisses me off, so I gotta change the channel and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because
why
I know they gotta go through the legalities and all the dumb questions
Fuck
of like, and that motherfucking prosecutor. I'm saying it right, the prosecutor, right?
What
The motherfucker on the fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
The
The
motherfucker that's
bad
defending the
guy.
police.
The bad guy.
The motherfucker that's
Yeah.
defending the
Defending the
police.
bad
Yeah.
dude.
That's
Yeah.
The prosecutors.
right. 'Cause
Defending
the
Derek
defendant, the
Chauvin.
plaintiff, what is it?
Yes.
Defendant and plaintiff?
Bitch ass Derek
The
Chauvin.
The
prosecutor.
dude
Yeah.
defending Derek Chauvin or whatever, his attorney.
He's
Yeah.
either
Shit.
defendant or the
I
prosecutor.
don't.
I don't fucking
He's a
know.
defendant because the prosecutor is trying to prosecute.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the
she's
defendant
fine.
lawyer, the white
They're
dude.
trying to
He's
Thank
my brain.
you.
You mean tear my brain off.
No, you good. We've been,
Switch that shit up.
you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
got a
a lot
lot
of
going
shit's
on.
been going
on.
Motherfuckers,
No, I feel you, I feel you.
lifted
Go
and
ahead.
gifted.
And
Yeah, yeah.
the medical examiner done clear. Basically, is gonna clear this shit.
Basically, everybody has to do that
Yes,
shit.
really.
If
So
they
it
don't
better.
convict this man, yo.
All hell's gonna break
Every,
loose.
but
And that's
you
the sad
know,
part. All that's gonna break loose is some more riots.
Yeah.
Ain't shit gonna change.
and
Like this has to happen. This is going to. There's no way it can.
What's getting me is I know they have to go through the legalities of the shit, but the questions that homeboy be asking,
Yeah.
me, like
What kind
getting
of
under my
questions?
skin, they're like
Yeah.
the ones that like make you
Don't
mad.
say
Like
lying.
Like
So,
rhetorical
like-
dumbass
Mhm.
shit.
he had fentanyl in his system,
And
that
meth.
can cause and meth and that.
Could that be a reason for his cause of death?
And it's the way he phrases it, because you watch enough Law and
Yeah,
Order,
yeah.
but this is real life
he
shit.
was a drug addict, and you know,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
was sort of
and he's
in the
phrasing
system,
it-
so he could have been under the influence of
And-
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Was known to cause,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, people to choke and die.
So could that be a
Mhm.
reason? And the dude understands, like, well, like the way
Yeah.
you're phrasing it is like, yeah, that could be the cause, but this is not it. Producer Renee, what's up?
So it says Dr. Andrew Baker. He told the court that Floyd's heart disease and use of fentanyl were contributing factors to his death, but they
But
were
was
not,
not the
direct
cause.
It's not the cause.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Because
the
the-
cause was the 91.50
Other than,
pounds
like,
on his neck.
Right.
That was the cause.
Because
and
he
that's
kept
what
trying
he
to-
said.
And
Yeah.
that was a key.
Yeah,
That was the
motherfucking-
key, yes. And I'm so glad he said it. He said,
Yeah.
since you want to, basically, in a nice way, saying, since you want to keep asking all these questions like that, let me tell you what it really is.
Yeah, because he kept
The
trying
dude
to say
that was on his knee, people do not even catch that the video and the pictures on it.
Mhm.
Dude that had his knee on his neck did not even have his foot
Don't say
touching
dude,
the
say his
ground.
fucking name.
The
No,
officer
Fuck his name.
did
No,
not,
don't say
right.
his name.
George.
That
No,
asshole
say
Oh,
did
George
not
Floyd.
have,
Yeah.
not George, I wasn't saying
I'm
dude.
say the fucking cop's name. That nigga need to get his name.
So,
Oh.
did not
They
have,
don't think
know.
get hurt
They
in
already
prison
know.
when
Yeah,
they get
well,
fucked in the
Yeah,
ass
you
as
yeah,
soon as you
Derek,
get in
sure.
there.
fucking
Right.
Derek
You
choked.
know,
Derek.
get poked up.
Derek did not have his
Don't die
foot
quick.
on the
They don't want his
floor
pork chop.
Derek-
They
Derek
want his
when he
mind.
was
Chauvin.
when he had his knee in him, which means his entire weight was on him.
Oh yeah.
And that's the
Nigga,
shit
you
I
know
was
how you
talking.
do some shit
and-
like that? Your
yo.
foot ain't even touching the floor.
Hell,
If you look at the
Oh my
hell,
God.
that's the shit I'm talking about. When I was watching, the motherfucking defendant attorney motherfucker was like, so you were going off of how much did he weigh and da 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 da. He was like, I was going off what was on paper, how much he said he weighed. He said, but you don't know how much Derek Chauvin weighed at the time. That
Does
his-
it matter?
He's like,
Doesn't matter.
and the motherfucker was like,
It doesn't matter.
Approximately
It doesn't.
91.50
It doesn't take
pounds.
that
How about
much.
that?
It doesn't take that much weight to
And
cut
that's
off
too
your
much.
circulation.
in a
Right.
more of a
Five
legal,
pounds
in a
is
more
too
of a
much.
legal way, he justified like, yeah, I don't know
Trying
how
to
much the
justify the
motherfucker
kill.
weighed at the time,
Too
but
much.
from what I seen in the video and this and that, yo, he killed him, bro.
That's what he does.
All the race shit aside,
That's
right or
what
wrong.
he said in the
Right or
movie.
wrong, everybody said he did wrong.
Yeah.
He needs to be convicted for it. Needs to be held accountable.
So,
Hold up, Renee,
That's
hold
the
on,
most
hold on,
producing
before
I've
you,
ever
hold
seen in my
on,
life.
stay where you're at, hold on. Do you guys think, because I seen this shit on a follow up after it was over. Do you guys think that he's gonna take the stand?
Chauvin or whatever the fuck.
Yes. And out of like, there was like 5. Don't forget where you're at, Renee. You're good. There was like 5 people on the panel. You know, I don't watch this shit all the time, so I don't know motherfuckers' names. But the motherfuckers, with only one person, it was this black dude that raised his hand. He's like, yeah, he has to take the fucking panel. If he doesn't, he's fucked.
He has to take
I
the
think
stand.
he should, but he won't.
Well, because he knows he's guilty.
I said panel to stand. He has
He
to
has to
take
take
the
the
stand.
stand.
The
He has to
medical
testify.
examiner herself said, like in quotes, it says primary mechanism of death was asphyxia or low oxygen. Because of
Asphyxia,
the
that's cut off
restraints of
circulation.
it and his position, he was unable to get enough oxygen in to support his body's function.
Yep.
So those of you who don't know, he was handcuffed
Mm-hmm.
You
on
should
his
know,
stomach,
unless you were fucking.
and he had a knee on his neck.
They were trying to, so the defense attorney was trying
With
to
heart
say
problems.
that they used, the technical wording that they used means that there was no direct, they weren't saying like, oh, it was directly because of this, but
It's a cause.
It is the
It's
key
one
cause.
of the
Thomas
causes.
explained that the technical wording of the medical examiner's finding is the cause of death, saying, what it means to me is that the activities of law enforcement officers resulted in Mr. Floyd's death, and that
There we
significant
go.
of those activities are the subdual of the restraint and the neck compression.
Case closed.
So they like already got that on.
The doctor said that shit. It wasn't
Yeah.
any bystander. It wasn't. It's a doctor that said that.
Meaning, if
They
you
did their
understand
job
those
is to do
words,
that.
the cops' fucking fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
To
then it
sum
says
that
there is
shit
no
up.
evidence she later added to suggest that he would have died that night except for the interactions with law enforcement. Like,
Mhm.
Thank
so
you.
There's
Boom.
no like.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
they-
other cause.
He's-
And they still haven't found the alleged $20 bill.
Man, fuck that
They
shit.
still
again.
haven't found it. It still hasn't turned up. If you use it, you know if somebody comes in and gives you a 20. If you ever worked at a fucking
Man.
restaurant or at a grocery
Mother-
store or
You
anywhere,
know that was
somebody
bullshit.
gives you a 20, you don't give the shit back. You
Mhm.
take
I don't
it.
even care about that.
And that's,
I know, but that's
the point
why
where,
that's the
like,
bigger- that's the
motherfucker
bigger
died
problem.
over a
They
That's
tryna-
why
fucking
they called
they
the
tryna
cops
turn
in the
it to
first
that.
I know,
place.
I
over
know.
$20. Who owns that store? Why'd they call the cops over $20 motherfucking dollars, bro?
Right.
And who knows it was actually his. There was somebody else that was with him that did plead the fifth. But we're not going to go into that.
Oh yeah, that dude.
And I feel like he needed to
because
plead the fifth because they
he's
was going to try
got
and turn
criminal
it.
shit going
to-
on. He said he doesn't want
Oh,
to.
about the $20 bill and they're thieves and they're drug addicts and blah, 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 aside from the facts. It
Of course
was
they're gonna try and
wrong.
flip
He
it.
did something wrong, and that nigga need to be crucified for that
But
shit.
I feel what he's
Ugh.
doing, but at the same
Sick
time, on some
motherfuckers.
moral shit, you should get your ass a good ass lawyer and go in there and talk to these niggas, bro, and get your shit
That
cleared
too.
up and make sure you let
But
them
if he
know
was the one with if he had the
counterfeit.
counterfeit $20 bill, he ain't. You don't want him.
Besides
Well, then-
the-
well, then-
Because at
besides
the end of the
counterfeit 20,
day,
you're not there to get tried.
That's
for the
not even
counterfeit
what's
20.
on. That's not what's
You're
on
there.
but that's
trial.
what they were gonna.
I
See,
know,
you
but
got to
that's
think
the only
about it.
reason they
That's what
showed
they
up.
always do.
But that's the reason they
That's
showed
fine,
So
up.
the
but if
best
you-
part is
if-
to.
So they're
plead
gonna
the
try to
fifth.
flip it and blame it on
But
dude
if you-
because if it wasn't for dude with the 20, they wouldn't have showed up. So it's really technically your fault. They're gonna try to flip that shit on
Which
some
means,
bullshit.
which means the cop will
But-
still get off.
But
So
you,
They're gonna do that. That's
they're
what they've
gonna
been doing.
try,
We've
but
seen
it's
it.
a do plead the fifth. They're gonna try.
So look, that's why I said this is probably the law and order in my old ass.
Mhm.
Right here, but look, that's why I said if he had the money, you get a good enough lawyer
Get you a
to
good-ass
like
lawyer.
let them flip that shit to
Mhm.
like where this
Don't
is not
let
even
them.
what the fucking case is about.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Kind of, but not really. Motherfucker died over a counterfeit 20. Okay, let's get to the counterfeit money after we justify this nigga died over some bullshit. Does that make sense?
And Johnny Cochran was a badass lawyer.
And I'm sure if you got the right lawyer, he could
Some
do that
people
shit.
couldn't get off.
Even,
Like,
but even then, he should take the stand
At
either
the
way
end of the day,
because you
this
can't
is
try to
what
say
the
that
people
he
in
died
high
because of the
places.
counterfeit 20. He died because the cop was putting his knee on the back of his neck while he was handcuffed with 3 other people on top of him, yelling that he couldn't breathe. When they, even his own police chief, the police chief said that they don't teach that shit. When he's handcuffed,
That's right.
there's no threat. It goes down to 99.9% that there is no threat whatsoever. What the fuck can he do? His hands are cuffed behind his back. Unless he's a fucking magician and abracadabras out of that bitch. Shank shank. That's the only time you're gonna see that shit. But
That's
that's
the time
very,
when
very,
she
very
did.
rare.
And they had prior history.
Exactly. He already knew him.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know if you
bad
can say
blood.
that it's premeditated that he was gonna show up that day. But when you see, if you see somebody and you have bad blood, and you know you could do something to him,
Right.
cops are more likely to do something to him.
Well,
Given the opportunity,
He
they
better
take
be found
advantage.
guilty.
right.
He's gonna. Yeah, he's
There's
gonna
no way.
Guilty.
There's no way.
Lock him up,
Nah, hey,
pop
And
the
then he's gonna
gavel.
die first day in jail.
is what it is.
I hope not. I
If he-
hope
no.
he
No, let him
suffers for
suffer.
years.
For
I
a
hope
while.
he suffers,
Nah,
but
son,
I
bring
hope
back
he
the
suffers.
death
they're gonna
penalty.
fucking
years.
put him in like
Renee.
And hang him
What
upside
time we
down.
We good.
They're gonna
We
put
good.
him in.
40.
What's it called?
Hey, we gotta stone his ass. Stone him. Stone him to death, bro.
They don't
Oh,
Line
Game
his
of
ass up.
Thrones.
Line his ass up in the field. Everybody surround. Boo, boo, boo.
He's gonna be protected at
He
all
gonna die
times.
Oh,
soon.
that
Nah,
man. In prison.
he need to
Oh,
suffer.
but
Protected
Epstein
for
shit.
no,
The guards are gonna
they
protect
can
his
get to
ass.
him.
no, they gonna get to watch.
Well,
They're not
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
lighter
to
notes.
There's somebody gonna get God. It's gonna be
He's gonna be in
him.
like isolation.
Would you-
We know he's gonna be
Little-
maximum
little
security
nicer.
shit.
She said she was
Little
bringing to
lighter
the
note.
lighter notes.
A little lighter
Little
note.
positivity.
Little positivity.
All right.
What is it?
If it
I
ain't
don't know if
positive,
y'all
You know,
saw
hey, let's-
Easter Sunday, Earth, Wind, and Fire
Oh,
versus Isley Brothers.
I didn't see it. But
They
I heard.
said
I
it's
heard
not
about
a
it.
versus battle. This is a family affair. The shit was fire. And they did their
Yeah.
thing. You know, they couldn't play everything, but it was good.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey did his thing.
Yeah, he did his thing. I
Okay,
give it to
talk
Steve. He did, but
He had to. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're old.
because it was really like
Yeah.
it was like intro stuff, and then they first started on the couch, and then next thing you know, they were like telling them in between, you guys can get up if you want to. So when the next song come on, they came up and they all got up and did their thing, and then
Alright.
they brought up their bass. I was like, ah.
And then they had to catch their breath.
Yeah, they gonna sit back there and have a drink.
Old as dirt.
DJ,
It was winding.
DJ Nice.
Earth,
Sweating and
Wind,
shit.
D-
Earth,
D-
Wind,
D-
They weren't
DJ
wearing
D
that
Nice,
full
he was
meat.
on there,
Earth,
so
Wind did it.
they talked about
Wearing
that
that big-ass
because
fur
he kept
coat.
saying, "Come on, DJ, what do you call him? Nice, come on, Nice." And they was like, they called him, telling him, Steve, hey, you gotta call him, D Nice, isn't it? DJ D Nice. He's like, okay, he said, you know how we are, when we got our family around, we start calling them by their nicknames. He's like, well, all right, come on, DJ D Nice. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, right.
but it was
all right.
nice, it was cool.
Yeah, it was alright.
Something fun.
You got down?
Yeah, I jammed the whole time in the living room.
Hell yeah. There we go.
I'm gonna
Yes.
watch the
It was,
420.
yeah. Huh.
Hey,
Said I'm gonna watch the
Yeah.
420.
speaking of the versus shit, I'm glad we got to see DMX on that before. everything
Yes.
went
True.
Yes.
down. I'm glad he got to do that
Yes.
shit with
R.I.P.
Snoop.
DMX.
Yeah, shout out to his family.
But it's
Prayers
good.
out
It's
to
good.
y'all.
Yes.
Legend.
That's
Just
great.
blasting him all
Yeah,
day.
they came out today. What today? That the family
Yeah, the
announced
family
that
decided
it was
to announce it
official.
today. Mm-hmm.
This morning.
Nothing other he
That's
passed.
what everybody, all the
It's
news
really
and media outlets trying to get clout off being the
Early.
first to report that shit. Oh my
And,
god.
and being
That's-
wrong
bro,
in the
come
report.
on.
It's
That's
like,
what
come on.
social media
That's so
does.
fucking
That's
disrespectful.
social
He
media.
passed away from a heart attack.
That's why I'm 50-50
Period.
because I seen Game post some shit because I fuck with Game, but sometimes he
Yeah.
be on some petty
Yeah.
shit. He was like, yo, I see all this love for DMX, but why y'all wait till the nigga die to give him all these flowers? Niggas show DMX love. Like, I
Right.
feel like maybe he didn't see it, but like, I don't agree with
A lot of
what he
people
put
fuck
out.
with
Like,
DMX.
everybody
yeah.
fucked with him. Maybe you didn't see it
He was
enough,
probably late
but
in
he
fucking
just
with
passed, so it's gonna be more.
Right.
You're gonna see it more because he was so
Look,
loved.
that's what
Yeah.
happens
Right,
with
he was so
anybody.
Like-
right.
That's what happens with anybody.
Right.
After
you don't
the
see that
versus shit,
outpour once
he-
they pass.
After the versus shit, his shit blew up a little
Because
more. Like,
so many people
didn't
disliked Kobe,
Yeah.
and then what happened when he passed?
Everybody was
Shit.
saying Kobe.
me, I didn't dislike Kobe as a person
Right.
or as a player. I was just like, no, I'm not a Laker fan. I know
Yeah,
Kobe's
yeah.
tight, but I'm not a Kobe fan.
Exactly.
Right.
The
Exactly.
day he passed, I was damn near in
Scared to
tears, and I'm not
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
a fucking Kobe Laker fan, but it was
Oh,
just
exactly.
the-
Right.
what
The
happened,
person,
what he meant
the
to the
human
game,
being,
Yeah, right.
what he brought to the game. I felt it as
Right.
a grouper, like
On
that
and
shit
off the
was
court,
real.
though.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Like, even though I didn't
For men
cheer
and
for the
women.
Lakers, I knew what the fuck he did and
meant
what
for
he meant
basketball.
for the game. Like,
Yeah.
that shit hit.
For future generations, he was training a lot of future kids,
Right.
bro. A lot of future generations. Paige Beckers, whatever the fuck how you say her last
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
That was his prodigy.
Yeah.
You know, Jason Tatum, everybody, bro. Like
So,
so
for
many fucking players.
for DMX to pass, it's like the same thing, but for music, because he brought so many people together.
Right.
Check out the videos if y'all are too young, you don't know.
Mhm.
Woodstock
Woodstock.
99.
Mhm.
Millions of people
Oh my
together.
God.
White, black, Indian,
And
whatever,
when
all
he says
colors.
millions, he means
Millions.
millions. As far as the eye can see.
And just stopping, and when
People.
certain lyrics came up, he let the crowd
Stop.
drop. They finished it. They
Screaming that
finished
shit.
it. Like,
God damn.
Yeah.
that was. I
Anytime
grew
you
up
turn
on
that shit
DMX.
on.
That was seventh,
Yes.
8th grade for me. That was my anthem. I used to use that to
Yeah.
fucking
He had the hottest
get,
prayers in his outfit.
get hype before the game. Yeah,
Shit.
get hype for their prayer and then a tight ass song
Yeah,
and
tight-ass
shit.
song.
I like that
Dark
too,
and
though.
yellow
You
top.
know, even though he was going through his rough
Mhm.
times and shit, he still stayed with his faith,
Yeah, yeah.
and he was still, he
So,
didn't let that part of his life go.
He is
So-
a
He didn't let that part of his life go. Yeah, he had his own trials, his tribulations and shit. He had his own troubles.
I feel like I'm talking
very,
the
very
most,
nice
but to
gentleman.
make it long story short, I met DMX
Mm-hmm.
twice.
Yeah, you say you got a story? What happened?
It's nothing
No,
crazy,
I
like
know.
nothing crazy. It's
Yeah.
just like the first time I met him was on some bad shit. I was going through fucking county jail. And I seen that nigga locked
Oh
up.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Short.
he was just short, little, kind of not
Short
too
little
stocky,
people.
but he wasn't skinny,
Dark.
big head, like Taylor,
Dark
but
man.
not skinny.
Is he growling at people and
Yeah,
shit?
he
or
did.
not?
His
He
voice is
growling
just
at-
like he raps.
Yeah, he talks like that.
Actually, when I met him in
He
jail,
does.
we didn't like meet. Like I didn't shake hands with the nigga. I just seen him.
Yeah.
So to say I met him, I seen this nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when I actually met him, we were at a fucking club downtown Phoenix, near Amari's. Not Amari's, but it's back in that era, like late 2000, maybe 2000, like 10, 11,
Yeah.
some shit like that. And he was sitting in the back of the club, not no VIP shit, just chilling by himself, no
Yeah.
security or nothing.
Right.
Little ass nigga, but like look like you don't want to fucking like,
Fuck with him.
yeah, like, but you could tell it's DMX and we were kind of close, having drinks, and I didn't like go over there and be like, but like, yo, what's up? But I was just kind of close. I just said what's up. I didn't even say like his name or none of that shit. And
Yeah.
his voice was just like, yo, what's up, buddy? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's fucking good. Yeah, that's
Oh, I feel
it.
like
Yeah, I was like, Tay, my homie
Okay,
Tay was with
Tay.
me. I was like, yo, Tay, that's deep. Or it might have been Big Mike. But yeah,
What?
cool ass nigga.
That's
He was
dope,
cool as
though.
fuck. He didn't like brush us off or nothing.
Oh yeah.
We just weren't all
Yeah,
like,
he
we
was
weren't all
seem
excited like,
He
oh my
was seem real
god.
down to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's real down there.
He was chill.
You seem like a cool person.
Rest
to
in
be around.
peace. That shit's crazy.
Yes, another king that's fallen.
Smoke
Rest
sesh.
in peace, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, you gotta pour something out for D.
Yeah. Definitely.
Damn.
Something dark.
We were supposed to go out. We was on a good note.
No pun
Okay.
It's
But
good,
you know
but it's
why?
a
He
good
in a
look
better
to be in
place.
a better
Body,
place.
body.
I was just gonna say
Shit.
that
I said
shit.
And
pour-
you gotta
pour
remember,
something- I
energy
said pour
never
something dark.
dies.
No pun intended.
The physical body might be gone, but energy never dies. So he's just on to another place and
Yeah.
something different.
And especially
So,
with all the recognition and shit,
Mhm.
all of the social media and praise, all this shit.
The Rough
Everybody that
Riders.
doesn't know
Yeah.
who he is seeing a little
Who he
more
is,
of
The
his
right.
younger
The
generation.
They're
younger
starting to get
generation
into that
is
shit
coming
like,
up.
oh, he got some bangers in here.
Mhm.
This shit slap no matter how old you are, what race you are, where the fuck you're at. You play that shit, make you want to drive 90 miles per hour in 15
That's
like
nice.
Tiger Woods. Sorry, too soon.
That's right.
My fault.
Yeah.
My
40
fault, T.
miles over
Shout
the.
out.
This
Hey, they
nigga's
said he wasn't impaired though, so
yeah, he
he was
was
just
85 and a 45. Just
he was
speed.
probably listening to
Accidentally
Rough
pressed the
Riders.
gas.
You
and-
gotta stop.
Accidentally
Drop.
pressed the gas. Don't
Shut
drop.
Oh, he said,
He
oh,
did. He
no.
He did say, oh no.
I'm
He
going
did
40
drop.
My
over
car's
no.
about to
And he
roll.
said, oh.
You are
40
8 times.
over, oh,
Sorry
no.
about that.
Right.
Shut up,
Over
40
40.
times.
40 over the speed limit. Come on,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I bet
On
that's
a
right.
dangerous ass road at that.
Yeah, I
hour.
know.
And how they got that shit, so I know they be
Hills.
checking them speed limits.
So I think
they be checking that speed.
I don't know how I feel about them saying he's not fucked up. I feel like
I mean, that's.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
the
you
thing,
can
it's
fuck up and
possible,
speed.
'cause
You can
could
Paul
just
Walker
be
yourself
speeding.
or whatever.
She could have been distracted
Walker
from
wasn't
something
driving.
else and just.
Yeah,
Paul
that's
Walker
fucked
wasn't
up,
driving.
bro.
You're right.
Damn, we flavor, but damn.
Yeah, that's fucked
Sorry.
up.
If Paul Walker was
You could've
driving,
looked-
he
you
wouldn't
could've
have
looked like
died.
that
Right,
guy.
I feel like
You
that. I
should've.
feel like that's
If Paul Walker was
I really
behind the
feel
wheel,
like
he
that.
would have been alive still.
I say that
You
every
didn't see
time.
Fast and the Furious?
I
I
did all
say
of
that
them.
every time.
Even when they
They
even when
should
they
have took
deep
that
faked
car off
his
the
ass.
track. They knew
They
better
deep
than
faked
that.
him.
Bro
Like,
was
that's
furious.
not
Bro was
you.
furious.
Yeah, he was furious.
He was furious.
If he was
yeah.
driving, he
Hey,
would survive.
hey, Don,
That's
I
what
almost
I'm
beat
saying.
you.
Hey, I had
I almost had you, bro.
Almost had you, bro.
I almost had
Yeah,
you, bro.
right. You never had your car.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, classic shit.
Yeah.
Bro, it just reminds me of everybody getting old.
Dumb.
Everybody has their time, you know. Give people their flowers while they're here.
Right?
Tell people you love them. Tell people you
Right.
appreciate them before it's too late.
If you don't like him, let
let
him
some
know.
petty
If
shit
you
go.
don't like him, let him know.
Let them know respectfully. Hey,
Hey, bro, I
I don't
like
fuck
him.
with
Bro,
you,
I love
but you
y'all.
know, I wish the
I
best
don't like
for
some of
you,
y'all.
but I just don't fuck with you.
That was a joke.
I hope you have a good life, but I don't fuck with you.
I don't fuck with you.
If you know, you
I'm
know.
sorry.
Man, that's not for
You
them.
little
That's
stupid
for.
ass bitch.
I think that's somebody said that. That you letting that shit go is not for you. That shit's for me. That shit's let that go.
It's for me,
for my
right?
mental health.
That's self
I
healing.
don't care if you let it go and hold on to it. That's on you.
Maybe
You
because
can get mad at me all you want, but I feel better
Shit.
saying it.
That's
Like they
exactly.
say, don't hold on to hate. You gotta
You
let
sure
that
do.
shit
You gotta let that shit go.
Yep.
Ooh. So I'm gonna tell you.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Let you know, get that shit off my chest. Make me feel better. You know,
I don't like you.
I don't like your little bitch.
We getting close. We getting close. What else we got? We getting close to our little time.
We can close with some movies. So I did. Y'all
What
told
you
me.
seen?
Yeah, I
Make it
watched
quick. You
it.
got like
Godzilla.
3 minutes.
Yeah, I watched the Godzilla.
Quick hitters. Go ahead.
Great special effects, better than Rampage, but them motherfuckers is friends.
I'll give you that. No, see,
Yeah.
I need this.
It was like a respect at the end.
Yeah.
But on another note, like we'll have to talk about it
Let's
some
have
other
it.
time when we talk about lucid dreaming and everything. Because they had some real shit they were talking about in that, like that whole dome stuff.
Yeah, that little habitat shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Truman Show right there. I don't know if y'all ever seen that.
Yeah.
Zippers.
Hey,
You gonna see fucking Lovecraft
Okay.
Country all over our head.
my thing is,
So-
I need to see the Snyder cut, the 4-hour unedited shit, because they skipped over
Right.
a lot of shit in there. They were like, oh, we have found that they may have had some beef in the past. Skipped over all
So
of that
they
shit.
showed like
They didn't
little
explain
pictures of
none that
it,
shit.
and then go to
Just
his
like,
like,
they got those
you know, and then
Oh,
go
we're gonna
into
send it to the
the
earth,
core,
the middle of the
because
earth.
yeah, the middle of
That's
the
definitely
earth,
gonna turn into Thor.
and that's where dinosaurs and everything still lives. Hey, might be on something
And
over there.
magical axes that wielded by giant gorillas.
Okay, next movie.
TV show,
Stupid as fuck.
Amazon original called Them.
Damn, I heard.
It kind of reminds me of that movie that came out.
Us?
Not Us. There's another one
It's
that's
made by the same
but it's like
It's
them.
Jordan Peele who made it.
That's Jordan Peele shit?
Yeah, this one.
It's Jordan Peele shit.
Oh, I didn't see Jordan Peele's name on that one.
Us.
On them. On Us, yeah, but not on them.
You
Them
didn't?
is something different.
I
But it's
could've-
yeah.
What's
could've
it about?
sworn
I think it's some other guy.
I could've sworn it was.
But there's a movie that you would think was Jordan Peele. It's Our House.
Alright.
It reminds you of that as a TV show. It reminds you of Our House.
Black family moves
Yeah.
or from North Carolina to an all-white Los Angeles neighborhood in 1953.
Wasn't that? I
Um,
thought that was the
It's supposed to
And
be a
then
horror
their
film.
home becomes ground zero. Ground
Zero.
zero.
Ground zero.
My bad.
Eleven for
Yeah, my love.
I was just gonna say.
From what?
For
Ground zero for what?
for
Coronavirus?
what did she say? For what? That's what. Oh, I was gonna say.
Start
Yeah, that's
out
not.
the world.
I thought it was Jordan when I first saw it.
Taunt, ravage, and destroy them.
Yeah. If y'all ever watched Our House, cool movie, it will remind you of that as a TV
Story
show.
with
Yeah.
a twist.
You seen Our House? Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Our House
Little
kind of puts you
Marvin.
like Us, but Us is a little.
Little Marvin is the creator.
There you go, Little Marvin. That's the name.
That sounds like a rapper name.
It
Yeah.
does.
Little
But it
Marvin.
reminds me of
Little
Our
Marv.
House. Watch Our
I
House.
know
Watch
Little
them.
Marv.
Little
Support
Marv.
Black. Support everything.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know.
There you go.
Little Marv.
More spoilers.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
shit.
Little Marvin is.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Soldier,
Y'all
yeah.
have to date on the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
shit?
Weird, like,
Yeah.
episode
We watched
eight.
episode we're up to
The
3.
new one drops tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth one comes out tonight.
Yeah,
right?
I'm watching
Okay,
it.
so
Yeah,
you're up to date?
no,
Yeah,
y'all
it's
right.
tonight.
Yeah. No, you up to date?
Yeah, it's tonight.
It's not bad. I don't like the
No,
Captain
I like
America dude. I hope they
It's sad.
eventually cut that motherfucker
Oh,
out.
new fake dude.
They
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Flip. Bucky take the shield. Captain
Cancel that
America.
Right,
motherfucker like
Bucky.
Nino.
Have you caught up on Snowfall yet?
Oh, I've been slacking on
That's a
Snowfall.
fuck no.
Go
I
ahead
was
and get
slacking.
the
I didn't
blizzard
catch up
going.
on that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
said I was gonna take a whole weekend for Snowfall, but I have watched a couple episodes of season 4.
Holy.
That don't help me out, but
How you gonna
It
watch
was
episode
good.
season 4 but you ain't
It's
caught up in the
good.
other seasons?
I can say it's good. Good.
She gonna show up at the end
That's
of
how I know
Yeah,
you've
it's
seen it because it's
good.
one of the best shows on TV.
Yeah, it's real good. It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. All right, y'all. Is that we gonna call it that? Is that
I think
everything?
that was
Got
from
everything?
that,
1
Bruce
minute
Almighty.
joke real quick because I forgot to tell y'all because y'all know Shalonda
Mhm.
Whiteley went out of town to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
I was cracking mad jokes to her before she left because it's for a bachelorette weekend.
Uh-huh.
Like 20 girls and shit. So I'm like, wait, who going? What's going on? She's like, we're getting the party bus and shit. I'm like,
Oh, they had dancing.
I said, yeah,
Bossy
exactly. I said, y'all ain't doing no dancing bear shit. No dicks just swinging in the faces. Babe, I'm not like that. I said, I know you not like that.
There's 20
You see
other
the answer
females.
my
There's
question?
19 other
He said, you didn't
females.
answer my
Somebody on
question.
that party must got some great grapes.
Hey, guess what? That's not playing.
He's like, that's my choice.
Not for you. You said you already said, not your girl.
I know.
You're the other bitch.
Anyway, no. Again.
Again.
Shit.
No, I'm playing.
19 females.
Whoa. She did.
Anyways, I just hope you having fun, babe. No dancing bears.
That's great.
No dancing bears.
She's looking Lawrence. Lawrence to have
For
fun.
real.
I'm
I'm
jealous.
jealous.
Lawrence.
She jealous right now. She like,
Okay. I guess I would have been a bitch with the grapefruit. No, I'm playing.
Oh,
Hey,
you
I know you ain't.
all right.
It's a joke, y'all.
No, it's
You
not.
know I'm on Tiffany Haddish.
Cue that girl.
Ha, ha, ha.
girl, girls trip shit.
No.
Oh, you the grapefruit?
Wait, no. We're not going back to episode 17, okay? No.
You have the
No
girl
females.
and another female.
That's for
No entanglements here.
She gonna show the grapefruit.
That's
trick.
true.
And then Jada and Will still trying to talk to
She
me.
gonna show the grapefruit on
I'll
TikTok.
Jada and Will.
We out, y'all.
I'll do a red table
See
talk
y'all
with
next
y'all.
episode. We got something coming to y'all. Anchor coming soon after this episode. Make sure y'all